Hello my friends and welcome back to the Eurovision analysis. This time part 5, and all the songs that I haven't covered are obviously going to be covered in this episode because this is the final Eurovision analysis. And then I'll go on to predictions. Let's start with Albania, who first off are sending just a really beautiful music video. Like the imagery is really well done and it really fits this cinematic and dramatic entry that Albania is sending this year. It has some cool ethnic vibes, and I feel like there are two types of artists in Eurovision. Those who are coming from more of the electronic side, and those who are trained like in classical music and like the classic sound of real instruments, and this is one of the ones that comes from sort of the rock side with real instruments, and it's just gorgeous. This is one where I wanted to qualify, and it's one of the Balkan ballads that probably has the most oomph from those that I've heard in a while. It is gorgeous and I want this to qualify, so let's continue with Israel and the Israeli Peter Hollins. That is basically the person I thought of when I saw this music video. And he sings the really strong ballad Home, and by he I mean Kobi Marimi, and it's a great composition. I was listening to it on the way to uni the other day, and I just got chills at some point towards the end there. There is just so... I feel like Kobe must have written this song himself, because there is just... I can sense the emotion, just all the emotions. I hope this will do well live, because I do want this to qualify. And actually, what am I talking about? It's already qualified. I'm glad it is, because that way some of my other favorites have a better chance of qualifying, because otherwise this would have qualified instead of one of the other favorites that I have lined up in my head. Let's continue with another cinematic spectacle where I can just feel they already have like something in mind for the staging or whatever, because the song does something unusual where it sort of just goes into a beat and nothing else, and then it builds back up. I am talking about Russia and Sergei Lazarev's entry, Scream. Yep, Sergei is back, Mr. Showman from 2016, who actually won the televote that year, but didn't win somehow. This time I can feel they somehow are... They are here to win. They are not there to participate. They are going all out. And this time, I feel that they have more emotion with them. I am fascinated by this song, and I can't wait to see it. Like, even if it somehow wouldn't qualify, I would be glad to have seen it once in all its probably glory. So good luck, Russia. Let's continue with the super hyped up Summer Plague that I'm not into, and I won't replay as often as Tamta and Cyprus want me to. Yep, the song is called Replay. But given that Cyprus has a relatively good staging team, I'm fairly convinced this is gonna qualify. And let me just clarify what I mean by Summer Plague. It's basically a Swedish word that I translated bit by bit into English, and basically what I mean with those types of songs, they're catchy, they're modern, they're radio friendly, and the only main reason they are called a plague is because they will probably most likely be played too often. I'm calling it. Let's continue with Moldova's entry Stay by Anna Odubescu, and this is like your classic modern Eurovision ballad, and it can qualify if she delivers this live. I think the song can explode live. I'm not quite too sure about it, because I feel like we've seen stronger ballads than this in like recent Eurovision memory, so maybe this won't qualify. And also it's like in the second half in the semi-final, which is like basically the semi-final of death. But regardless, I wish Moldova the best of luck, because like they've been setting standards for awesome songs. So yeah, let's continue with Iceland. And Iceland, what in the world are you sending? Yes, I get it. Song Hatari, wait, actually Hatimun Sigra or something with the band Hatari. But man, this is welcome back to another episode of Compare and Contrast between this year and last year. Like, they could not be further away from each other. Stylistically, atmospheristically, is that a word? Probably not, but just complete opposites. I enjoyed it after being blown away by how different it is and trying to figure it out. I feel like they saw what Hungary did last year and were thinking, you know what'd be funny? Try and do something similar. So I wish you all the best of luck, Iceland, and I think you've gotten the better semi-final to do such an experiment in, given the rest of the competition. But if this qualifies, I'm gonna laugh. Now let's continue with Croatia and the song The Dream by Roko. And I think I made a slight mistake by watching the live performance as my first impression, although there wasn't really anything out until like a while after. So I will say it is a good ballad in general, and like I love that Balkan bit. I have a weak spot for that. But like sing in Croatian, because at least the chorus, like if it's in Croatian, only a few people will notice how the lyrics aren't aren't that great. But I feel like this is going to be a great instrumental, so there is that. Will it qualify? Well, it's in semi-final too, so, but we'll have to wait and see. And now, applause for Maruv for standing up to the quote-unquote whatever the hell the national final in Ukraine was. Maruv stood up for what she believed was right and not letting the pressure get to her from the judges. They tried to politicize the event by interrogating like the different participants, whether they were on Ukraine's side or like Russia's side, and it was a whole thing. Research it on your own time, but she decided not to go along with it and basically decided not to participate for Eurovision, which sucks because this entry was actually quite cool and would have been pretty memorable. In my mind it might have even qualified. But Maruv, shout out for having the courage to stand up for what you believe is right. Ukraine, you know you have Eurovision fans. You've delivered such quality music the past years that people from abroad are watching you. Why did you decide to do this move? Why? Like, just don't politicize an event that is clearly meant as an escape from reality. Not cool, guys. Well, that was it. Those were my thoughts, my opinions, my reactions. What were your thoughts, your opinions? Let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to read them. Thank you so much for watching, and until the predictions in a couple days, have a great day. Bye.